Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Hey, how's it going, guys? You all right? I can't make a cup of tea. You know I like to have a cup of beer. Well, actually there is. I can make a cup of tea because the kettle's full. I've had to turn my water off. Any of you guys plumbers? What a time. So, my toilet, when you flush it, after you've flushed it, it's dripping into the, is it called the pan? It's just trickling a little bit like it's jammed or something. And then, I was prattling about with it yesterday. I don't know anything about DIY. Well, the only DIY I know about, you don't want to know about, guys. When I was a kid, a selfie was, and so, and then last night, after you flush the toilet, the water just kept going all the time, like, trying to fill all the time. So I had to turn the water off underneath it, like the stopcock. Is that the right word? And so that's all good. That the toilet's not filling up. And then this morning I come in here, and there's water pissing out under the sink from a pipe that's connected that goes to the dishwasher, which I assume is to do with the other one being turned off and pressure building up or something, because it's usually all right. And there was water all over my floor down here, so one is not amused. So I've had to turn the water off. There's a tap underneath the sink here below me. I don't suppose it's any good if you guys are plumbers anyway, but you might be able to tell me what to do and what not to get ripped off with. Are you all right, guys? I guess I can make a cup of tea, but I won't do it now because the kettle will make a lot of noise. So we're streaming tonight, okay? 7:30 p.m. UK time on here. If you want to come along for some banter and, I'm sure we'll be talking about Liverpool early doors before it gets silly. We'll have a few sherbets and some tunes and stuff like that. No quiz tonight. The world famous Seano quiz will not be taking part this evening, or will not be going ahead this evening because Seano's out. So we'll have a bit of peace till he gets in. Remind me to turn my phone off around 11 o'clock. You know what he's like. Mo Salah, as Fabrizio Romano would scream and shout and bawl at. I heard that there was, we should pay attention over the coming weeks for possible rumours concerning Mo Salah and PSG again. And I don't know, there's quite a bit of chatter at the moment. And all of it, everything that's we've been talking about on here in the last few weeks has certainly been accurate. The Easter weekend stuff, Joyce surfacing, me saying I think we're going to start seeing some credible transfer news now, after we've gone through that initial inquiry phase and stepping up on certain targets, which I believe in the last week or so, I think that we've seen some really, really credible stuff. Maybe you don't identify, maybe you can't see a difference between idle speculation and credible speculation. But like McAllister, for example, I think that's credible. I think that's, I think there's a real chance of that happening. But again, there's so many different, things can affect these transfers and what clubs are interested in them and things like that, that you could literally, when you look at midfield players, pick a pin and just go like that and stick it on a player and go, well, I think we'll be linked with that one or we'll get that one. So I think there's a long way to go on these sort of things, but I do think that the speculation surrounding that player in particular is absolutely credible. So we've seen all these things, over the last few weeks. I think that we've spoke about on here. I think we've seen them come to fruition. And there's a couple of things that, I'm being told to, keep an eye out for, if you like. And one is Mo Salah and PSG speculation and rumours. There is a little bit about that on the Cop Talk members website today, if you are a member, which is in the scouting department, which will explain it a little bit more. But I have mentioned it on social media as well. I wouldn't flap if you see anything along those lines. I think, a rumour is a rumour. and it's it's up to you whether you start panicking with things like that, or maybe some of you wouldn't care anyway. I don't know, but I think I would be more inclined to concentrate on why I'm reading such a rumour if it does present itself. So maybe over a couple of weeks you might see or hear some chatter to do with Mo Salah. It'd be interesting to see if the PSG stuff comes up again. There is a bit of stuff to do with his agent, again, that's on the members website. You don't really need to know, you're not missing anything. It's not a ploy to get you on there or anything. Of course, I'd love you to support me and be on there. But it's not really exciting. If you just go along the lines of, just keep your eyes and your ears open over the next few weeks regarding Salah. And if anything with PSG does crop up concerning him, that would be of interest to me. So keep your eyes and ears open, and if you see anything, let me know, just in case I miss something. I don't think I will miss that. But and the other thing as well, guys, is I would pay particular attention, or I should say I've been told to, on separate matters, that maybe we'll hear something positive from the club at the very end of the month or the very beginning of May. Now, I don't know. I would be speculating as to what that may be. Maybe it's something to do with the sporting director. Maybe I don't know. I would be speculating. All I like to do is say to you what the chatter suggests. And when I'm talking about chatter, I'm not talking chatter from social media or anything. Now, there is this second FSG out playing that's been organised. I don't know if it's public knowledge, the fixture that they're targeting for that. I spoke to the lad that's organising it, and he's a really nice kid. I like him. My views on things like this are sometimes a bit cringe. You don't want to see that kind of stuff, but I also support it as well, because if these people feel that they're not being listened to, they don't have a voice. I'll just shut that window over because my neighbour's up to, I think he's putting a fence up or something. If people feel that they don't have a voice and that's the only way that they're going to get someone to listen to them or highlight their complaints, then so be it. So he's a nice kid. But it's not for me to say when that's taking part. I think people know when that's going on. If you look at the fixture list for Liverpool home Premier League games, I don't think it's rocket science to work out which game it would be. I can't provide any. I'm not involved with it, guys, at all. I don't know anything else really, but I do know that the when it was planned to go ahead. And because of that, it just makes me wonder. If that's why we're hearing rumours of the club maybe, going to come out with something a little bit positive, because it would technically really be around the same kind of period, And if you're being embarrassed, or if there's negative attention, then the club might say, well, we need to distract from it. So I would just keep your eyes and ears open on that front too. So the next couple of weeks could be rather interesting, actually. I don't know what date it is. 22nd of April, okay. Yeah, it's the next couple of weeks. So in the next couple of weeks, I want you to look out for anything to do with Mo Salah. But I tell you what, also keep an eye on PSG. Like if you go on Google News and things like that, or wherever you get your general football news from, just keep an eye on PSG and any rumours or reporting to do with potential outgoings there in the summer, or other players that they may be linked with, right? I think it's important to keep an eye on what PSG are doing. So you might not see anything to do with Salah, but just do that, trust me on that. So keep an eye on Salah, PSG, and then, if anything crops up around the end of the month or the beginning of May, that you could look at, that's a little bit different to what we're used to reading, or hearing about. If it sounds a bit positive, and that maybe that is what the club. It sounds a bit not cloak and daggerish. It sounds a bit like tinfoil, like conspiracy thing. But it's all fun and games, isn't it? It's only a bit of harmless fun. That's what the chatter suggests. All right. So I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing, and that's listening out for Salah, listening out for PSG, what they're doing, and you know, looking out for anything that the club might announce, you know, in the next couple of weeks. So, and we might look at it and go, oh, I wonder if that was it. You know what, guys, we might not see a thing, and then sometimes 3 months down the line something happens, and you think, oh, maybe it was that. You know. That's it, really. So I haven't really got anything else to say to you. Just little heads up, you know, and what to look for, really. I mean, you know, I don't imagine, you know, the club are going to announce anything. I don't know. I mean, you don't know, but you know, people, I think when fans think of good news, they want to hear about signings and stuff like that. You know, I can't imagine that happening, but you never know. I don't know. The obvious one for me would be announcing a new sporting director or something. But again, I'm speculating. I genuinely don't know, guys. I've just been told what to look out for. And usually when we are told that, it usually happens. So I'll leave it with you. He's got a drill. Can you hear the drill? So yeah, it's a good job you can't see the floor down here because I've literally pulled out everything under the sink. Tonight's stream is going to be a nightmare because I usually use the bathroom behind me when I go, just be back in a minute, guys, I need a quick bit. You know, I'm going to have to go up and downstairs to one of the other toilets or something. So it's third world problems, guys, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's always something in there. Do you know what I mean? It's probably cost £100 to fix or something like that. Always something, you know, just to kick you in the teeth. But we'll see. All right, then. I'll speak to you tonight.